Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's star time.
Friday, July 7th, and we're talking about Trinidad.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Yes, girl. That's unique.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's unique. Queens is in the building, y'all.
Yo, Moochie, can I get that theory, please? Let me get that theory. You know what I mean? I need that theory right now. I don't need it tomorrow. I don't need it Wednesday. I don't need it Friday. I need that theory right now.
You know, black girls don't really have to do stuff like that. What we gotta do is take naps and moisturize. And we pretty much good to go.
Right.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Rocking with Moochie. Ooh, I'm sweating. And this is MOOCHILLA'S review, so hit the hammer because you came through. I'm talking about the shot tonight. I just wanted to get on tonight, look at the trailer one more time, see if we can make some possible predictions, and, you know, talk about it, chop it up before the episode comes on. I am Moochie, and this is MOOCHILLA'S Reviews. Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl. So y'all see the trailer? Y'all see who's back? Kenya is back. Is she gonna tell what Zay told her? So I'm very interested to know if that is gonna happen tonight. This is episode 8. It's called A Bet is a Bet. They dropped the trailer, but you know, I'm not able to, this is when I'm able to get to it, so I'm getting to it, all right? So we're gonna talk about the synopsis of it. What this episode is about, who's gonna be making some appearances. We're gonna be seeing some interesting people, some new people. Hey Camille, welcome to the channel. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing some interesting stuff, yo. I don't know about y'all, but I'm hearing buzz in the streets going on that something may happen to Jake in this episode. I don't know. But I'm going to read the synopsis, and then we're going to look over the trailer and look through a couple of these pics and make some possible predictions. I'm trying to let some more people get in here. So if you haven't shared, please share so that way y'all know, they know I'm live and they could come to the channel, and like I said, we could chop it up. So yeah. This episode is going to be interesting. I know a lot of people, it's been renewed for another season. And I think it's going in a different direction. And it seemed like they getting ready to ditch a lot of characters. And they're going to keep some of these characters in. It's a couple of things I wanted to add to this about it. So I want to see how this goes, though. It goes with this. Okay, so episode 8 is now the Detective Toussaint. Remember, in the last episode, we saw Detective Toussaint talking to Alicia, and they made talking to Alicia's friend, the judge, also. Well, talking to the judge, making some sort of quid pro quo, so to say. So if she could bring Reg to her alive, they gonna she's gonna let her son free. So I think she's gonna go through with all of this. It says Detective Toussaint forming a partnership with Nook, y'all. Now, Nook is the one that should be having the silver bracelets on, y'all, because he took out Rob and she forming a partnership with him. What is she, dumb? While Damian gets involved in a high stakes bet. This episode also explores the ongoing storyline of Alicia pursuit of Reg with Judge offering her a deal. So now they basically want to get Reg, thinking that Reg took out Rob, and are they gonna use Nook to help? They got it all wrong. They got it all wrong. So let's take a look at the trailer. I mean, it ain't that many people in here. Should I give it a little bit more time? Let me see. I know with this, it's gonna be like a lot of stuff happening, and I'm here for it. I know a lot of people is not into the season, but I want to finish it out. I feel like I need to finish it out and see where this goes. And that's my thoughts on it. That's my take on it. That's my thoughts on it. All right, so let's look at the trailer. Hey, West Coast. What's up, Inga? Hey, Tamika. Inga ain't gonna come on here, but she's here in spirit and in the chat. All right. Moving on. So let's take a look at this trailer.
Jada's dying. I just want to be realistic. You can still fight this. Talk to me, man. What's going on with you? Tiff, you trying to make it yours or something? I don't know. Always putting that church before your family.
Grandma, this is Papa.
I've heard a lot about you. If you don't have my money, you short.
The Shy News.
All right. So now, this let me go back here. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for Jada. I'm really mad that they brought this storyline back. I feel so bad for both of them because they finally got it right, and now they don't have that much time together. It shows you like time is so precious. I think that's gonna be Emmett's lesson with Keisha, and then they gonna end up getting married because he gonna see how precious time is, and how his father was telling him how his mom is the love of his life, and he only wish he didn't take so long to figure it out. Now, you got Damon coming to Darnell, and it seems like he's down on his luck, and he must be asking for a place to stay. And I believe Darnell is telling him, "Nah, you can't stay here. I got a lot going on right now." I think that's what's going on. He's not gonna let him stay there. And I hope he don't go crawling over to Emmett's house to try to stay there. Let me take a look at this chat. Okay, I agree with you. It seems like they're cleaning house with some of the characters. Exactly. I feel bad for both of them. Yeah, me too. I hope we could get a scene with Felicia Rashad, Claire Huxtable, and Lynn Whitfield and Vandy together. You know what? I hope we get one with her also and Kadeem Hardison, even though they never were really acting like that together. I think he might have been on the Cosby Show maybe once or twice or something like that when visiting with Denise or something, or they came to Hillman, one or the other. Yeah. Dom and Jamal storyline is replacing Jada and Darnell's storyline. Yeah, but let me ask y'all this: do y'all think he's gonna be able to walk, or do you think he just took two hot ones and he gonna just need a little bit of rehabilitation, and then he's gonna be like back to normal? What's y'all thoughts? Damon needs to go to rehab before he gets his water turned off. You ain't lying. Did you see how Reg, knocked the mess out of him? Good. They need to clean house and throw away throw all the characters in the trash. You know what? I can't with you, Inga, right now. You want to throw them in the fire, throw them in the trash. So look, you got Victor blushing. Talk to me, man. What's going on? I figure I have the caption, so maybe we can make our little storyline around this, y'all. So he looked like he's already into Tiff. Look at this. They look like a couple. Make sure that, I hope they handle this responsible and they really talk about this, even though I know she's not ready to be with somebody in that capacity, or is she? You know? I don't want them to take Jada off the show. At least leave a couple of OGs on for season 8. I agree. Maybe, it might not be as bad as we think, but then again, the way the doctor said it, I don't like when they put an expiration date on people's lives. Like, we not a carton of milk. Anywho, that was, when they tell you that, you really be looking at the time like that. Because I remember when my mother, they told us that she had 6 months. And that was in November. And she passed away in February. So I feel like that brings down people's energy, and it puts them in a mind of thinking that. And I feel like when you put stuff out there, it it rings true. So I feel like certain things like that, it shouldn't be discussed. That's my thoughts, just because I lived through it. Alicia is manipulating Tiff to get with Victor so Victor could take out Nook. Yes, I definitely see that. Remember, they all wanted him to take out Nook last season. He feels kind of guilty because Rob did come to him on a humble, like, I need this taken care of, and him and Emmett couldn't do it. So they've been trying to take out Nook for a while. Well, not Nook. That was with Duda. But I think if he would have did him too, and they would have took out Nook and Duda. If he would have took out Nook before Duda, I think it wouldn't have been as bad as it is now, because he seemed like he trying to really make sure, talking about Nook, where he's trying to really make sure he's the alpha male. That's my thoughts on it. If Joyce Thomas has to go, then Jada could go too. You know what? Joyce Thomas was a piece of trash. She wasn't even a mother. Toussaint is not playing around. She wants to destroy the mob. Definitely. Alicia has been pow-powing at everyone. She doing it herself. I know. I hope they don't put her tail behind bars. But if they do, the heir is Tiff's son. She'll be getting a whole of all of that. And she seemed like she might just do that just because that's the only next to kin that's left. Yeah, oh please, DeMarcus. F Joyce. That's the same thing I said to Mika. That doctor pissed me off when she told Jada to get her affairs in order. Alicia needs to stop playing vigilante and think before she acts. I'm just saying. I get it. I totally get it. Moving on. Let's look at this next thing. Always putting the church before your family. You know his mother. You know who his mother is, y'all. Do y'all know who his mother is? That's his mama. Always putting the church before your family. That is Felicia Rashad is Pastor Zeke's mom. So she gonna tell him a thing or two about that picture. She knows about it because I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Kenya showed her that picture on the gram. Because you know, older people don't really be looking at Instagram like that. So she probably was like, look, grandma. Like one of those things, you know? Felicia Rashad character Renee is Kenya's grandmother. Yeah, so that means that's Zeke's mom. Anywho, and moving on. Well, it could be her mother's mother. I could be wrong, I could be right, but it seems like it's Pastor Zeke's mom. Look at him. I'm so mad at Reg, even though at first I was glad he came back, but he has brought nothing but trouble since he's been back. And look, Hannibal is in the mix where he sees everything. He sees everything. Remember I said before that I had a problem with him? He could have did a little better with trying to keep Damian out of trouble. That's just my thoughts. I feel like he could have did a little bit better keeping him out of trouble. And you know, I just wish he would have just not been like that silent type with all of this. You already seen he just got out of a jam with you and he owe you money. And it seemed like he did try to warn Damian, but it was like he didn't even want him to have that conversation that he had with him about the betting. I think this is gonna get really bad. And if this gets bad like this, I know we were saying we might see another I think he might be deleted. I think you're right, Cortland. I think you very right. Reg is probably going to delete Damon when he loses the money. I believe so. Emmett still don't know that Reg is alive, however. We'll find out because of Damian. Exactly. I hope he don't come in that chicken. I hope he don't come in the Smokies. I hope he don't come in the Smokies. Look at him. He just looks sorry. He just looks sorry. If you don't have my money, now he got some of it, but he must got don't have all of it. You know, people don't like when you pay like a cow making poop in the road. Okay, I'm just saying that's just gonna make somebody angry. But let me go to. It was one more thing I wanted to go to. Let me see if I can go to this real quick. I got another theory. I want to know what y'all. I was trying to get get the other thing together because I did have a question, y'all. Now, he remember in the episode that just passed, Reg was asking a lot of questions about Alicia and Tiff and all of that. Y'all should be able to hear me now because I was on mute, but I'm not. But I want to know if he gonna try to do something to Tiff, because if he does, his own brother will take him out. He don't even know that his brother is talking to this girl like this, and they're not together, but he doesn't know that they've been spending time together. And you asking all these questions about Alicia's the baby mother, Rob's the mother of his child, like you want to do something. What you want to do, Reg? What you trying to do? Now, I feel like it could be one or two. I could see either. Remember, I heard somebody talking about it might be a possibility that it might be some type of Cain and Abel situation as far as Victor and Reg. But you gotta remember this person, Nook, he like her too. If he see something, he gonna put some hot ones in Reg too. I'm just saying. What do y'all think? Who y'all think is more than likely to do it? Is it going? I don't want it to be the brother because this is how these shows do it. I'd rather if they do put them down, let Nook put them down. But then that means Tucson will lose her deal and her son won't get out. You understand? So it could go sideways. But that was a little theory I had. I know I hate it, but I could see it because you know how they be doing stuff. They'll go to the easy stuff to get people's emotions all caught up in this nonsense. Okay? Okay, let me see. I wonder if Kenya told Grandma Renee that Nook took out Duda and Rob and set up Zay for Renee to tell Pastor Ezekiel information. Pastor Zeke could tell Alicia. I hope it goes down that way. I hope by the end of this episode coming tonight that we get a meetup with Pastor Zeke, because you know he need that move out, and Alicia, and he spills the beans. Because I think that Kenya will tell her father about what's going on, but you know he don't like to get in no gangster stuff. So this could go sideways with him too. Nook ain't afraid to put down somebody that's onto him. So Pastor Zeke got to be real careful with this. If he's not careful, it could go sideways. I'm just saying. What are y'all thoughts? Put a hand up if it sound like it's plausible. That's what EJ was saying before. DeMarcus, I hope so. Wait, I'm hoping that too, because if do y'all think? Let me ask y'all this question: do y'all think that Pastor Zeke's mom knows Alicia? Was she from the area? Does she know them? Where, like, you know how all these ladies be having these meetings and they're networking? Do you think it's a possibility that Pastor Zeke's mom, for Alicia Rashad's character, knows Alicia, the judge, and all of that? Zay took out Rob's father. That's what I said. I said he deserved to go anyway because he did take out Rob's father. So, I mean, they did get him for somebody, but they don't really understand the get back that they got. You get what I'm saying? Look, is dropping people like it's nothing. I know, and that's why I know his time is not for long. And he telling Pastor Zeke that he in love with Tim. Did y'all hear that? I wonder how Emmett is gonna take this when he finds out about his mother. When he finds out about Jada, he is gonna be hard on Okay. And he's gonna be on edge. So I hope that Damian don't take no more money from Emmett, because Emmett gonna beat the brakes off him. Remember, we still didn't see that scene when we saw Emmett fighting somebody, and I think it might be his brother. So, and all right, I'm going back to the episode that the previous episode. Now, they sent Jake. Reg sent Jake there to talk to the crew, and that's actually the crew that Reg used to run. That I think it's 61st. I think that's what they call. But that's the crew that Reg used to run. So some of these people still have loyalty to Reg, especially the one that took him away when he got hit with the hot ones. Okay, but I'm hearing that it's like a whole Boys in the Hood scene. I saw pictures of it, but I didn't grab it. And I think this might happen tonight in this episode. I want to know how. 63rd Street Mob. Thank you to Marcus. I want to know how they gonna finagle all of this, because it looks like they gonna think that it looks like they're gonna think that Bakari is an informant, and they're gonna go after him, but it's gonna go left. Alicia doesn't know they took out Leon. I know if Tiff takes Nook out, Alicia will be jealous that he got taken out by somebody else and not her. I mean, maybe, but however, somebody did mention this earlier tonight, and it could be a possibility that Alicia might manipulate not Bakari, but Alicia might manipulate Victor to take out Nook. Because even though she might have a talk with him, and being that Victor feels guilty about not doing it when Rob asked him, he might do it, especially if he find out that it was him that took out Rob. That's my belief. But I didn't want, I just wanted to get on here and talk about this tonight. Before it airs. I didn't get to do my recap because I got a lot of stuff going on, but I talked about what I needed to talk about in this episode. There was something else I wanted to share. Let me call it. What's going on? My pictures is going. There we go. So keep in mind we're doing I don't know, my picture ain't show up at all. Well, we're gonna be talking about this tonight. We're gonna be doing the first reaction. So make sure y'all keep y'all notifications on. I'm going live at 1:15 with the ladies. We're gonna be talking about that tonight. So that's about it, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I want to thank you, Tamika, Brown Sugar, DeMarcus, Nita, Camille, Cortland, Tanette, and Inga. Thank y'all for coming through with Chandria. And I'm out, y'all. Later. Put me up in that algorithm and holla at your girl.